Hi, everyone. So lesson 147 is a review of lessons 133 and 134. 133 is, I will not value what is valueless. So let me ask you a question. What do you value? What is valuable to you and what makes it valuable? Do you value money? So what makes money valuable? You can buy things with the money. Perhaps you can even feel freer with money. Do you value relationships? What is it about relationships that you value? Do you value feeling loved? So what happens when you don't have money or you don't have relationships? Do you value self-respect and self-importance? Feeling significant in life, and why? Again, what if the conditions don't allow for that? What if suddenly you don't feel respected? So all of these things have relative value because they're not permanent. They do not speak to an inner state that's constant, the state of freedom, peace, love. They're only experienced in that state when conditions are right. So you look at your external world and say, if this happens, then I will feel free. If that happens, then I will not feel peace. So what a Course is saying is don't value any of that because it has no inherent value. Again, if the true world is one that's permanent and constant, you are as you were created. You are, were, and always will be as you were created. Then all of the qualities are also constant. The quality of peace is not conditional to anything else. The quality of happiness is not either. And if you choose to not judge the experience that you're having as giving it so much value, withdrawing the value that you place on things that are illusory, things that are going to come and go, then you open up to the things that last, things that are eternal. And then you're happy for no reason. You have the light in your eyes because you have the light of God inside of you. The next lesson states that it reviews is lesson 134. Let me perceive forgiveness as it is. So there's a relationship between these two. Let me perceive forgiveness. Why doesn't it say let me know forgiveness? Because if you remember from prior lessons, forgiveness is something that is needed in this world. Forgiveness is not needed in the world in which all things are as they are. There is no need for correction. You are perfect as you were created in spirit. But in the experience of the body and of the egoic mind, you are perceiving. And so forgiveness is needed. Miracles are needed. A shift in perception is needed. Not in who we truly are, but in the experience that we have of this plane of reality. So then you say, let me perceive forgiveness as it is, not as I've made it to be by giving it a certain value. So you withdraw the judgment that you have on what it means to forgive and to be forgiven. And instead you know that there is a beauty of forgiveness as it is. And that beauty is letting go of the value that you're placing on things that are not true. So you see something and say, I know that this is not true. I know that regardless of whether or not this person is an addict or behaving violently, inside of them there's innocence, there's goodness, there's love. They were born with the light of God in them, and who they truly are has never changed. They may be having experiences that contradict who they truly are in essence, but it has never changed. And so I choose to see beyond appearance, which is what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is choosing to see beyond appearance. rather than placing so much value in what you see as it being true. So take a few minutes and take in this lesson, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, and just allow yourself to claim those two statements. I will not value what is valueless. Whenever something starts to betray your sense of knowing the true value that exists, that is inherent in that which is unchanging, when you realize that it's a betrayal to place truth in things that are changeable, and you choose to perceive forgiveness as it is, then you're opening up to a new world, a world that's not conditional, otherwise known as unconditional love. And that is lesson 147. It's a review, and tomorrow we have another review, lesson 148. We'll see you then.